Villainous beats, villainous beats, villainous beats. Villainous beats, villainous beats, villainous beats, villainous.
The first season of the Paramount Plus series Halo, based on the Xbox game franchise, is now available on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K UHD, with every episode from Season 1 and over 5 hours of special features. See Master Chief, Cortana, and other Spartans of Silver Team take on humanity's greatest threat, the Covenant. Get your DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K UHD copy of Halo today from Paramount Home Entertainment. Yo, everybody, it's a new year. Happy New Year, everyone out there. Thank you for listening to Blerd's Eye View. Thank you for tuning in to the YouTube channel. And if you haven't, go over there, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell, and you'll get all past episodes, reviews from yours truly, and much, much more, the little shorts and all that great stuff. And if you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button on there on as well. Blerd's Eye View 1. Show some love on the Facebook page as well, and follow us on IG. But without further ado, let's get the crew in here. The lady of the land, Kira Brown, what's going on?
Hi, good evening.
Hello.
Going to get ready for the evening.
Oh, we got Apothecary Kira going on.
Oh, yes, we're going to have a nice, long, thorough discussion about these picks.
All right, let's get our cinematic assassin. We'll be watching in the building. What's going on, Will?
Will.
How y'all doing?
Good evening, Will.
Toast.
This man,
Hey, toast.
it's gonna be that one. Our leader of the Squared Circle edition of Blerd's Eye View, we got the Fox, Will Buchanan. What's going on?
What's happening? I'm just here to be. I'm here because Apothecary Kira's here, and this is going to be fun.
It is.
Oh, okay.
It's Will. It's
I
Will
trust-
and Will.
Will and Will. Yes, I trust everybody's new year started off well and ended well. I trust.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it was a Saturday.
These past couple years have been some doozies.
Yeah, cheers to that.
We was missing out 2023 at 12:01 last year. I'm gonna get right into it because we've got a lot to get through. We'll get right into it. So here we go. So 2022 started off with a son of a gun, and it couldn't end without doing another one. It took away Barbara Walters, legendary news anchor. She died at 93, peacefully at home. Barbara Walters was I want to say trailblazer. She was
a real G.
Journalist assassin.
She did not come to play.
There was, even if it was someone she interviewed that you normally didn't care about, you generally wanted to see, because like she was hitting hard. She didn't care.
She found the tea and fully spilled it everywhere.
And kept class about it the whole way. It was Robert Kardashian. I'll still remember that interview she did with Robert Kardashian.
But that's not what I asked you.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
That wasn't the question.
You think OJ did it? He was like, considering how the facts were laid out, I would say mistrust you. Like, that's not what I asked you.
That ain't what I said, boo.
That was cute. This ain't
right.
Or the fact she went hard at the Kardashians. She said the one thing that we as America has said, what are y'all famous for? And it's just broke faces all across the panel.
Blown out backs.
That's what
they famous for.
I literally, when she said that, I was just like, thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Although I do say this because I've yet to see anybody else besides Barbara Walters do this. Kira has heard me say this repeatedly times. She shook a terrorist.
Yes,
she did.
She shook do you look?
He felt a certain way.
Gaddafi was shook.
He's like, I can't believe you. This
Wait,
is
she really? She can ask. Y'all let her ask that? Y'all, I know we've vetted these questions. What?
Yeah, that's
why
I agree with Will when I said she's gangster. I said, man.
And see, the thing is, how she grew up, her father owned a nightclub, and it was always types of celebrities coming in. So she was like, she was unfaded. She was unfaded.
Y'all real regular to me.
So when she started getting into journalism, she was like, not only do I have the connect, I ain't faded at all by none of them.
I
seen you at the club 2 years ago. What are you talking about?
Throwing up in the bathroom.
Yeah, right.
I was there when you powdered your nose.
Sir Madam.
Oh man, and so it started off. It 2022 ended with Barbara Walters passing, but 2023 started with Fred White, Earth, Wind, and Fire, famous drummer, passing away at 67. And I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. Number one.
Who don't?
Bad people.
White people? No, wait a minute. White people be with
No, I said
don't
bad
know.
There are some of the seasons.
The group of that people that was around that time. Yeah, they were with it.
They know.
Like they was with it. Like some of these new groups, they was like, who? Her? I'm like, look, half of the samples,
right?
You couldn't clear unless you talk to somebody in that group. They did it, and they did it big. That's one of the old school groups that I will still listen to is Earth, Wind, and Fire. And a new, I don't want to say new school, but The Roots is another one because they literally are the one and only live hip hop band. Yep. And their vibes are just the same. So I'm like, yeah, I can't get enough of listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like, I thank my pop for that one.
Every Saturday morning, clean the house. That's all you heard. Every Saturday morning, cleaning the house. That's all you heard.
Like, it was either Mama with Luther Vandross or Pop with Earth, Wind, and Fire. So I was getting it. Time to go.
Big Luther. It was Big
Luther, or Luther that was laying on the side.
Not the Killer Pose side.
That Killer Pose. You know the Killer Pose. Y'all know the Killer Pose. Also, and thankfully everything's better now, but Jeremy Renner was involved in a major accident with a snowblower. Actually, it ran over him with a lot of blunt force trauma, injuries to his chest and to his legs. But thankfully today, he tweeted from his bed that he's doing better. He's not able to type right now. He's a little messed up, but he's doing better.
Disney's about to pull the biggest insurance policy on him.
Yo,
man. What? Well, see, they said that area he lives in, he's known to do that. You know, plow the drive, or plow the road a little bit, and he was actually getting a stranded family member out of the area they were in.
Yeah,
and somehow, and now the police are treating it as a crime scene because they said there were safety measures on that snowcat that should not have failed. So there's going to be some. We'll know more. I didn't get a picture, but also we lost Gangsta Boo, gangsta rap heiress, 43 years old, and come to find out it was a drug overdose.
Damn.
I
was hoping it wasn't.
Yeah, it was a drug overdose. They found her on her porch. It was a drug overdose. So I was like 43, and all I could think of was like heart attack or whatever. And then and then we have Monday Night Football is also saying they're not going to resume this week thanks to Damar Hamlin, who remains in critical condition. They had to resuscitate him twice on the field. It turns out he had cardiac arrest. Like, I seen that clip, and like it was right after the hit. He got up, he's there for a second, and then boom, just dropped. Just completely collapsed.
But shout out to NFL for actually having the good sense to stop it, because everybody was like, so players were, you see somebody collapse, them players wasn't. It's like, look, we gotta make sure he's straight, because ain't no way we're continuing this game.
You can't continue the game and literally be in the mindset of playing the game. You can't.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
I'm gonna say shout out to the coaches, because there was a period in there where they was just like, all right, he's off the field. You guys got 5 minutes. Let's warm up.
Shut up.
Let's get it back
they
going.
were about to.
And the coaches walked across the field. Was like, hey, you trying? You messing with this? I'm not messing with it. All right, and they walked off.
Legit.
That's exactly what happened.
We ain't got nothing to do with this.
No.
Both them coaches shook their head. Like, one coach literally,
we can do this another day.
You literally heard one of the coaches go. It was like when you heard that part, it was like, oh, he ain't going, and the other coach wasn't going. But no, it was. I'm sorry, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I was gonna say in connected news, Skip Bayless. Hey,
no,
hey, everything don't need to be commented on.
Skip.
Skip.
You could have skipped out on that one. You could have skipped that.
This might be the end of an era because Shannon Sharp, Uncle Shannon wasn't there.
Club Shay is gonna be. He said,
he grabbed that cognac in that stogie. He sat down. He's like, not today.
Shannon about to have his own show. Skip.
Shannon about to have his own show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks to the tweets that sounded insensitive, that sounded not good,
and then that half-tail apology.
Yeah, that half-tail apology. He gets up there. He literally goes, "Yeah, you stepped in, my guy."
Ken, I'm gonna try to do this the best way I can, but I need to say this. Because my comments on Twitter may have been taken out of context.
You wrote it.
It's like I read the comments the way I heard them the first time, and then I read them again, like trying to put myself in, like, what was he trying
on the other side? Like,
and I was like, this wasn't the time.
Not y'all trying to do mental gymnastics to make this fit right. No,
I'm just saying, like, right after a segment about like starving children, I shouldn't come in like, damn, I'm hungry.
No, that's
right.
That's
not the right place. Even if it's true, not right now.
But that's always been Skip though. He's been doing that since ESPN. That's the reason why ESPN kicked him to the curb, was because he said something that he couldn't recover from. And it looks like Fox Sports is going to be like,
look, we got enough on our plate. The mouse said we got to let you go, and you got to go. So there are rumors about the next James Bond film. All right, there's rumors about who's going to be up and who's going to be the next Bond. Let me ask you this: how do you feel about this duo, Cavill and Taylor Johnson?
I said what I said.
It's Bond and Q.
Oh, that's what. So
they want Henry Cavill. He's in the running for the next Bond.
Well, see, here's the thing: Cavill knows the producers on a first name basis.
Oh, he's in the running.
Yeah, so he's in the running. He knows him on the first name. But Aaron Taylor Johnson has literally shown that he can physically do some things. If you've watched Bullet Train, you're just like, yo, dude, this is good. This is good.
Yeah,
you know.
Or Kick-Ass when he was doing Kick-Ass. X-Men movies.
That is true.
Yeah. So I'm open to it. Let's just put it that way. I'm open to it. The changing of Bond over 40, 50 years has always been, I don't want to say controversial, but it's always just been like, who do we find next? And everyone has their favorite Bond. They just do. And it just all depends. What's going on, Lainey?
Hey, baby.
Henry could be a good look. Henry could be a good look.
Look at, you know what? Go ahead, finish.
Don't forget don't forget he was in Mission Impossible, so he showed
but he was that was almost like a Spectre agent more than a 007 though.
Spectre. I never really did get into Man from U.N.C.L.E. because he was also he was the lead in Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah. And it was good. He was actually good at Man from U.N.C.L.E. That's why I'm not mad about that. But as Bond,
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
He can only be Bond if he agrees to cock his fists again.
The reload. The reload.
One of the greatest moments in cinema history.
It was something about the reload. That was, ladies kind of tripped over themselves, and fellas was like, "Oh, he about to whoop somebody's behind."
It was fly. It was absolutely fly. I was like, "Oh." Pick me up and put me down. Okay, we can do this.
Hey, what was that social media post where you see somebody do this, you don't want to fight them anymore? You see that click.
Yeah, somebody reload their fist.
Like,
I'm good. Never mind. I don't want bobbies.
Yeah, I'm like, me and my partner in the theater, I'm like, did this?
What are you gonna do to me? What are you gonna do?
On the other side
he shook it off, and it was like chicken. I'm like, oh,
round two. I thought you never asked.
I'm like,
however,
you might be in trouble.
However, can we not pick some bland milquetoast James Bond anymore? Like, they're boring. They're boring. The dudes that they be picking are boring. They tired. They like low fat mayonnaise. I don't like it. There's no flavor. I'm not feeling it. They're a little bit dead inside. Like I liked this. Who was the last one?
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig. I liked the personality. That face.
Look here. I seen No Time to Die, and when I said, I don't know if I'm spoiling it because good Lord, it's been out for.
It's been forever. No, we good.
When he dies at the end, like I'm literally like, yo, wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah. It was a good movie. I liked him in the movie. I'm not like I said.
Lashana Lynch gave him once again.
That my girl.
She was 007.
I'm not gonna lie. For the longest time, I thought she would pick up from that because she was a 00. I thought they'd pick up from that, and then actually that would branch out the story.
I actually thought they would. I would have hoped they would have.
Yeah,
but you seen you think the Star Wars fanboys are toxic? Good Lord, the James Bond fanboys were ridiculous. They were like, she can't be 007. I'm like
007.
Don't get me
But
wrong.
she was. But wait, she was 007. She was. And it was fine. Nothing.
She's not James Bond. She's 007. James Bond is the guy. 007 is just the code name.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that's why I was hoping they would. I was hoping the story would continue with her because I'm like, you kind of passed off the torch in No Time to Die just because she got to escape. Bond was like, look, I'm dead man walking anyway. I'm thinking to myself, what a perfect way to segue this into the next 007. It didn't have to be James Bond, although let's be honest, Sir Ian Fleming's iconic character could have died. He can die, and 007 can be someone else.
He's done it in Her Majesty's Secret Service, like died in a car wreck. Yep. Like at the very end of the movie, he dies in him and his wife or die in a car wreck.
He almost died in Dr. No, and that was still funny.
They're going to call Keanu Reeves.
You know what?
That's not funny.
I'm kind of not mad at that at this
funny.
point.
As long as I get my John Wick Chapter 4, I'm good.
Don't talk about my first love. I don't like it when you talk dirty about my man's.
Just finish John Wick Chapter 4 first. Give me Chapter 4 John Wick
4 and 5.
James Bond is going to try and get on the Keanu Sans. Just trying to ride this crazy train.
Are y'all not entertained?
James Bond doing gun fu.
I need y'all to stop talking about my man's.
No, because when he says that, you know what? When he says that, the first person I think of is Christian Bale. Because he did.
Oh, that. Equilibrium,
right?
Okay.
Him and Tay Diggs. That came out. It was actually made. Like maybe a couple of years earlier than Batman Begins. But when Batman Begins released and how famous it was, then they released Equilibrium like on cable and everything else, and it blew up. Like it's a good movie.
Never heard of this movie.
It's literally in the vein of the Matrix. It's in the vein of the Matrix. It's that same vibe, that dystopian future type thing.
All right.
It's not as confusing as
just give it a shot, Kira. Just give it a shot.
All right, I'll give it a shot. I'm leaving
the whole scene does it. Let's just put it like that. We'll know right. The hallway scene is a trip. I'm like, yo.
Why is every magical fight a hallway scene? I just don't think
it's always
every hallway scene is a magical fight.
Hallway scene. And once again, someone dressed in white and not a stain. So speaking of people who have taken on roles that are passing on the mantles or whatever the case may be.
Shush, well.
We're doing the fan cast later, but there are roles for certain superheroes that we didn't know actually happened or could have happened. And we're going to decide whether those were good choices or bad, and then we'll get into the fan cast. So
here we go.
Here we go. Take that swig. Everybody, hold on.
Here we go. Wow. Oh, wait. Here we go.
Here we go. So when Batman versus Superman, when the rumors was going around about who was going to play Batman, who's going to play Superman, well, they already knew who they was playing Superman, but they were trying to find their Batman. And one of the names that was being tossed around was Josh Brolin. And there it is. He's older than Ben. And if he's not, then I don't know what regimen Ben is on. But but he would have still given me grizzled. I don't know about the physicality of it. What you think?
Oh, Frank Martin. Up in the Frank Martin Batman version.
Oof.
The older, more grizzled.
Frank Miller, Frank Miller.
I'm sorry, Frank Miller. Sorry,
Miller,
not Frank.
yeah.
Frank Miller. That's what I was looking for. The older Batman. It's like he's more. I'm not gonna say he's more of the builder type. He's not as mobile. He's kind of just a. He's kind of a bulkier Batman.
He just stocky.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, you watching, you're just like, it's all muscle, but it's
but he's got
rips and tears and stuff.
But he's got the scowl the scowl that he can do.
He
though.
does.
I mean, it's that same scowl that we expect from an older Batman. So I can see that.
Yeah, it would have been interesting, but I don't know how well that would have went over.
I feel like he would have been better suited as the Thomas Wayne Batman.
That I agree with.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do agree with that.
Like
and
completely
that's
pissed off and
yeah, that one makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. For this next one, Leo, he's made some prime choices around it at that time in his career. Leonardo DiCaprio was up for the role of Robin in Batman and Robin.
What?
Wait. He was up for it, but did he actually ask for it?
He passed it off to Chris O'Donnell.
I bet he did.
Yeah, that was.
I'm trying to think the movie he was doing at the time, but it was a much better film.
It was better than Batman and Robin.
That's definitely the truth.
Something. So
yeah. It was at the prime of DiCaprio's career. It was at the prime.
It wasn't Romeo and Juliet, was it?
No. Or was it?
No, it might be. It might be.
And that was actually good. It was much better than.
It was much better than Batman and Robin. But I'm thinking it was Romeo and Juliet. I could be completely wrong, but I'm trying to think within that same vein of the years. That's all I was like. Titanic didn't happen for what, another couple of years after Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
So the only other major movie I could think of would be Romeo and Juliet, because Basketball Diaries, still didn't fit that same year. I could be wrong.
He actually, it was after The Revenant. He passed on it because he just received his first nom at 19.
Oh, wait a minute. No, wait.
What's Eating Gilbert?
No, it was Romeo and Juliet, and it was Titanic. Romeo and Juliet came out in 96, and Titanic came out in 97. Batman and Robin came out in 97.
Okay.
So it was both.
So he made a good choice.
Yeah.
Darn. Just dodged a bullet there.
Yeah.
Right.
Couldn't see that coming.
The writers did, but I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So did his agent.
Right. Next up in the Batman universe, we have Adrian Brody was up for the Joker.
Oh, the Afghan hound of actors.
Wow.
Not the Afghan.
Wow. But she's not wrong.
Oh, I love the laugh. Oh my God.
She's not wrong.
Afghan hound of actors.
She's not wrong.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Absolutely.
Everybody at home. Afghan hound.
Woo, that is a gorgeous. That is a gorgeous.
Google Afghan hound and put it right next to the screen right now.
Yeah,
I'm begging y'all.
That's gonna stick with me for a while.
Oh my God. But I mean, it's a beautiful breed, and he's a pretty man.
The Afghan
He said he's
hound.
expressed interest in playing the part. Now that would be interesting.
He looks
To
like
see what he would bring to the table.
What has he done lately?
he looks like David Duchovny wanted to be more attractive.
Right.
A little bit, right. Like David Duchovny with eyeliner. Little eyeshadow.
David
And plucks his
Duchovny.
eyebrows. He plucks his
David
eyebrows.
Duchovny if he listened to My Chemical Romance.
Not
like
David
it.
Duchovny if he went emo.
Yes.
I can see it.
Mm.
No,
Maybe
Adrian Brody does a
metrosexual,
lot of
metrosexual.
he does a lot of indie stuff now too. So
Yeah.
he does a lot of indie stuff. So
Just don't do Predators.
this and after seeing his role in 1 Hour Photo, I would have loved to see what Robin Williams would have done with the Riddler.
God,
he would have killed it.
we were robbed.
That
Robbed.
I would have loved to see what he had on stage for that one.
Shut up and take my money.
That would have been perfect for him.
Because this is one of those situations where you're used to an actor doing a lot of comedic roles, i.e. Michael Keaton and Jim Carrey and everything. But then when they flip and they do that really serious role, and his serious role came in 1 Hour Photo. When you see that, and then there was another one he did with who was it?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Was it Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah, there's another one, Tommy Lee Jones, another one, Al Pacino. But Al Pacino is Blood something.
Yeah.
It'll come to me later, but go ahead.
Yeah, he played a killer, and I'm like,
what dreams are made of?
Yeah,
what dreams are made of? Another one. Yeah, that's a good one too. So to see that, I would have loved to see what he would have done with that version of Riddler. Like he could have gone either way. Actually, he could have been real.
Could have done both.
Yeah. There's.
That's like he could have done like the three. He could have done the three Jokers.
Oh, he would have. He would have.
Yeah, he could have done the three Jokers.
Yeah, would have been killer.
I'm about to say Insomnia is the other movie. That's the other
Insomnia. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That movie is.
That's
almost
intense.
Perfect. Yeah,
it's intense. On the Marvel side of things, we got Chris Evans as Cap, but John Krasinski was also up for that role.
I mean, all right.
He'd have to hit. He had to bulk up hard.
He has a different.
Dude, have you seen him and Jack Ryan?
Yeah, he's on.
Yeah,
that
Jack Ryan.
Guy's on the movie.
Jack Ryan did beef up. He did beef
that
up
man.
with Jack Ryan.
Whoa.
But did you guys hear the story of like he actually put on the suit?
No.
And he was supposed to be screen testing. He's like feeling good about himself. He's been working out and he felt like he looked nice. And then Hemsworth walked in. He's like, hello, everyone. Nope, never mind. Sorry.
I can't do this.
Yeah,
I'm out.
Know what? I'm
out.
Not embarrass myself.
He's like, how dare you put me against this Nordic god? I'm like,
no, I can't do this.
He is. He's a beast in Jack Ryan. And I think that's what really drew a lot of people in. Really, people keep thinking of John Krasinski as, oh, Jim from The Office. No. Like that guy. He looks like the guy from high school that really did the glow up.
Maybe.
That's the guy who hit the weights and came back and showed you. It's like, weren't you the dude I cheated off up in chemistry?
He's like the Rock's character in Central Intelligence. He was like, then my man came back jacked. He was like, oh my god. He said, what Lainey said? She's like, my husband says John should stick. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
he makes a great read.
Marvel needs to make that decision.
Why won't they let him? They're not even entertaining it. He said he has not gotten a call from them.
I don't know.
It makes no sense.
What they do. It is such an easy pick. It is such an easy pick because it's like, okay, you already got him. Oh, we don't want him to be. Let him be from the 616. We know that it was a different universe. Let this one be from the 616, and we're fine.
That
was a read that was he was using Doom technology to pour it in. He's well a far distance from the read we should be getting now.
But he's a perfect choice. He's a perfect choice to do it now. But
what
that's the mouse.
Wrong? Like, what did he do? It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
He didn't pull a skip, so we know it's not that.
No, he definitely did do that. Oh man. Now Leo was also up for another major Marvel role. He was up for the role of Spider-Man.
You ain't no way in the world.
but he passed on it and gave it to his boy Tobey Maguire. You know him and Tobey Maguire and Jake Gyllenhaal. They're like the best of friends.
Oh, that's a hookup.
Weird. Yeah.
He
was just like, you know what? I got this role, but I'm not really attached. Why don't you do it?
You know, let me just. You should take this, dude. Now this was yours. You know, I'm gonna let you have it.
Hook of a lifetime. What role is this? Spider-Man. You passed on this?
I can see him.
What's wrong?
He actually recommended it to Tobey. He recommended Tobey Maguire for the superhero role in 2002, and Sam Raimi directed the film instead of James Cameron. We'll talk about
that. Thank God. Oh, thank God.
Before we go on, let me touch on something real quick.
Thank you, Black Jesus.
All of the Jesuses. I think they all came together on that one.
I need all my Airbender fans to rise up on this one, because if these rumors are true and this next Avatar deals with the Fire, I don't want to say Fire Nation, but the Fire Na'vi, you need to riot. I swear to God, you don't take the earth, the water, and then the fire. You can imagine what the fourth one's going to be. And it just happens to be called Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking around. He gonna fuck around and find out.
And
He
the
gonna get told about himself.
The font is the
I'm
same.
so sorry.
Isn't it like the third one's a tree seed or some earthy title to it?
But it is Earth, yeah.
That's why I was like, okay, yes, you made $1 billion, but your movie, I'm sorry, I'm gonna shut up because
you're infringing on another. Literally, it sounds like you did it out of spite.
Mm-hmm.
It's like somebody who created the Avatar Last Airbender must have worked with Cameron or something. and that person, like he was an understudy or something, and he pissed him off. Like, my coffee isn't hot enough. You're fired. So I need more pictures of Spider-Man. So
Spider-Man.
I got it, guys. The fifth one is Avatar: The Power of Heart. It's actually all pulling from Captain
Planet.
Oh,
look at Kira's face.
We finally got
crack the code.
Well,
we finally got the five. We finally got the 5 movies together to combine into one.
I can't. If I really hope those movies don't. I really don't want those movies to come out anymore.
Yeah,
I don't.
I read that earlier, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
You.
If a Captain Planet Navi shows up, like just Navi Jesus, terraforms the whole planet.
You know it's coming.
Oh,
you know it's coming. Just wait. Just
played by Don Cheadle, the greatest live action Captain Planet.
Okay, no lie, that was the greatest Captain Planet.
He was, yeah. I do want him to be in the live action.
Everybody can be a tree. Everybody can be a tree.
Oh my God! Shout out to Don Cheadle. For him to do that, I'm like, I never expected that from you, and I'm glad I got it. So I'm like, you can funny or die, man. Funny or die. They stay with some good skits, man. And so John Krasinski was up for Cap.
Mm-hmm.
His wife was up for Black Widow. I don't know how. Emily Blunt. I don't know.
We never will. We never will.
I can't feel it. I'm not being facetious or anything.
I think she would have played it too serious.
I think so too.
I don't
like. She does comedy. She's good when she does comedy, but I don't know. I am so not blown away by the current Black Widow that I think she might have actually done better. In my head, she might have done better. She might have fought a little bit harder for her character.
Cool.
I can't see her doing the early stuff when she was just more eye candy, and then would surprise you with like a move here and there.
Yeah,
like, I can't see her in that era of Black Widow. I can see her in the like Infinity War era.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Yelena.
That's a hard switch. That's a hard switch.
Yelena's funny.
I like it. She brings a little fun, especially after her showing up in not just her one-liners in the Black Widow movie, which literally came way too freaking late, but her connection with Kate Bishop and Hawkeye. Now I need to see those two.
You want mac and cheese? I'll give you the mac and cheese.
That was.
She kept saying her full name and everything. Why do you keep doing that?
Like, why are you mad? Why are you mad, Kate Bishop? I bring you food. I do not kill you. Why are you mad?
Yep, she's after that. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
I can see her being tough, but not that. I don't see her being able to switch it up. I don't see her being able to be. It's weird because she plays. So I've seen her play soft character. She played the mother in Into the Woods in the movie.
Yes.
Yes. So that
was a long movie.
Yeah.
It's a long play. It's a long play.
You know, I'm like, oh, it's getting ready. No, it's a third act. There's another act. It's like that Transformers movie where you're just like, oh, they won. Wait, there's a war.
There's a war.
Yeah.
Oh God. So these two gentlemen were up for the same role, and actually one of them did a screen test, and it was shown. He still shows it to this day. Alexander Skarsgård was up for Thor along with Tom Hiddleston. Yes. It's weird seeing Tom in this makeshift cape and everything, and he was on the stage, and you know, almost
so weird.
But it was weird because it was like, but Tom, you're Loki.
Yeah.
I mean, it's imagine going for the role of Thor, and it's like, yeah,
he shot high.
It's like shot high. Well, let's put you here.
That's cute, but let's do this instead.
But here's the thing: he actually fared better because of it.
Yeah,
because
people definitely bang with Loki more than Thor.
You're looking at Loki now. He really brought the A game with it.
Yeah.
You know, even the scene in Avengers when Hawkeye shoots the arrow at him and he catches it and with this, did you really think? And then it blows up.
But it's just like Loki did have a lot of more
meat
impact within the Thor movies. You think about it, in other movies, it's like he had his long draw, he had his speeches, but they did hit harder than Thor sometimes. So
yeah.
I mean,
he's like, oh, I couldn't play the older brother. I tell you what, I'm gonna steal the show.
I have been burdened with glorious purpose. Like,
oh God,
I can't bring myself to say that in Kroger's. I can't. Why are you here? I've been burdened with glorious purpose. And where are your Cheeto Puffs?
It's so it's safe to say that that's just some of the roles, and I'm gonna just read off some of the other ones. So let me flip that back up there so I don't lose that place. But here's some other roles that Joseph Gordon-Levitt was up for Ant-Man.
Yep, actually, that wouldn't be bad.
I'm not opposed.
Okay. I can see that.
It was in development. Media largely reported Marvel was interested in Jordan Gordon-Levitt and Paul Rudd for the part. Okay, that's a hard bar. He said when you like, oh, y'all both like, I don't know how you're neck and neck. Because who hates Joseph Gordon-Levitt and who hates Paul Rudd? Nobody.
Literally nobody.
So it's what's going on, Montel? What's happening?
Hey.
So it's really hard to tell. Yeah, I bet you they were just like, did we pick wrong? I don't think you did because I like Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd's funny. He's bringing a certain level to Ant-Man that didn't expect.
Right.
And I can't picture Joseph Gordon-Levitt as a dad. Not yet.
Yes. Even though Paul Rudd seems to not age.
Well, yeah, but
for Christ's sake, I've seen him in the Nintendo video.
I mean, he doesn't age.
No.
I'm like, all you did was add facial hair. My guy, what is this? Angela, Sade. Yes, and mark that down, Will. That's the second time Angela showed up in the first New Year. She showed up in this episode.
Can't let go.
Can't let go. Can't and won't stop. But yeah, this guy just doesn't age, and I miss Conan O'Brien's show, his late night show, because whenever he showed up, I would watch it just for him to I'm like, dude, he's been on your show like for years, and he keeps pranking you with the same beat. And at this point, you gotta know, you gotta know, because Conan worked for SNL at one point. You gotta know at this point. But it was just like, I got a clip, and then it's a clip from Mac and Me.
That was still impressive.
And he was there with such a straight face. It was such a straight face. Oh yeah, it literally had a movie coming out and everything. And like would never show the clip from the movie. I'm like, every time he showed up, he had a movie coming out. He had a movie for Anchorman was coming out. No clip. No clip. He was still showing Maccabee. I'm like, this has got to be the greatest marketing ploy ever.
Maccabee must have got a bump in sales from that. It had to. just from the sheer
what movie
10-second video they showed.
Oh my god, the days of VHS. Yeah, you're right. Can't see him as a dad. Yeah, it's really hard because I've seen Joseph Gordon-Levitt literally grow up. Like I've watched him grow up. Third Rock from the Sun and all this other stuff. So it's hard to see him in that light.
Yeah.
Here's another one which it's still running around to this day now that the multiverse is running around. Tom Cruise is Iron Man.
Please no. Please, Black Jesus, may we all come together and join hands and rebuke this man from ever entering into the Marvel universe. I cannot handle it. I won't. I don't want it.
I just want to see a Tom Cruise running in the suit
across the top of a wall.
He already looks like a toddler now. So imagine him with some.
What if that's how he flew? Instead of the hands out, he's
like Brady.
You know what would make that worse if they do a Top Gun reference in that? Just out of nowhere, he just sits there and says, "I should be saying something as I'm free falling.
I have the need." What?
Stop it!
He said, "Why are you like you hear Danger Zone start playing as he's flying?" I'm like, Jarvis,
Lord.
I thought that would be amusing stuff.
We have another one. Amazingly, I didn't put him on here, but it's Nicolas Cage as Superman.
Yeah.
Oh man, he got cheated out that role so many ways, so many times for the betterment of society, I believe. But oh my god,
test fittings and all documentaries about this film being made. Everything.
It was meant to be directed by Tim Burton, right?
Yeah.
I still want to see this movie.
It's just out of curiosity. At this point, I'm like, it ain't even about the numbers. It was like, I need to see.
That is like an acid fever dream put together.
Oh, it looks like an acid fever dream.
Like Johnny Depp to be Jimmy Olsen.
I can't imagine the voice that comes out. The voice was gonna kill me because I'm gonna be thinking like National Treasure, like
it's so weird because
it's like
because Nick Cage is a huge Superman fan. He really is a huge Superman fan. Like he collects, and casting as Johnny Blaze.
Cal and L.
How you said Houseway? Oh man, it's so weird. I'm gonna pull that picture up. I'm gonna just pull this picture up. You close that.
Yeah, they did kind of mess him up in Ghost Rider, and also gave him Carter Slade at that. And I'm like, I blame the writers. Blame the writers for that one.
Lois, I'm not Superman.
God, I looked down for a second. Oh my god,
mullet and all.
Because this was after Clark comes back.
So this was where?
This was the death of Superman. This was the death of Superman.
Supposed to that Superman. Yeah,
it was called Superman Lives. Superman Lives, 1998.
Okay.
And they gave him that makes it worse. That Tim Burton believed that the Superman should have the Bizarro suit. That's the messed up part.
Yeah. It was a time. But see, here's the thing: as a avid comic book reader and collector and a fan of all things like that, I have to subject myself to even the bad, So yes, I've seen that Roger Corman Fantastic Four version. I've seen that on YouTube.
Oh, flashbacks.
Why?
I've seen that.
Why?
It was because it was on YouTube, so it was free.
But your time is not, sir. I know you do not have a lot of it.
This was years ago, so I had time, man.
Free does not always mean good.
No. I watched the Justice League of America television movie pilot.
It exists.
Yes,
it exists.
it exists.
If you're lucky, you can find it on DVD at local cons. If you're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one where they all like were roommates?
Hal Jordan and Barry Allen were roommates.
Yeah, all roommates. Yeah.
Shut up.
They had Hal Jordan. They had Barry Allen, or was it Wally West? No, it was Wally West.
That was Wally West. It was Wally West and Hal Jordan.
West Flash. Fire and Ice. Martian Manhunter was the team lead, but it was played by the actor. He was from MASH. He was like the older guy from MASH, which I thought was weird in itself.
Not Radar, but the other guy.
Yeah, he had the bald head with the hair on the side.
Oh my god!
I do this for y'all, Navy. I do this for y'all.
Oh, it's gonna bother me.
I know I should know this because I just got to talking about MASH. Dang it! You're not talking about
like Nat or not? It's something.
You're not talking about Alan Ida.
No.
So it's either him or Mike Farrell.
Mike Farrell. That's who it was.
Yeah, it has to be Mike Farrell because he's the only one that had hair on the sides.
Yeah, it was Mike Farrell.
Okay.
He was playing. Yeah, he was Martian Manhunter. He was calling. It was the Atom. The Atom was in it, and it was just.
They couldn't get Superman or nothing, like none of. Oh, like
Justice League. They were using. No, it was the Justice League of America. But see, even in the comics, there was a point where Martian Manhunter ran the team, and that was the people on his team. Fire and Ice was one of the main core people on that team.
Yep.
And I can't think of the actress name who played Fire, but when I see her to this day, because she was on Malcolm and Eddie and everything. It's on the tip. Yeah, it's on the tip of the wheels.
Give me a second.
David Ogden. That's right. You're right. You're right, Navy. It was David Ogden. That's who it was. It wasn't Mike Farrell. It was David Ogden. I don't know. I'm like, they got this old dude who played Martian Manhunter with the broad straps across the chest piece. And
that's gonna bother me.
It's crazy.
Where's that woman's name? I know that.
While you look for that, I'm gonna run off the other list of potentials that almost pulled it off. Chris Pine as Green Lantern.
Which Green Lantern?
Hal.
I see more as Kyle.
I see Hal.
I see him as Hal. I see Chris Pine as Hal and Ryan Reynolds as Kyle.
Okay. I can see that.
That's why when Ryan Reynolds came out with it, and he's playing Hal, and I'm like, that's awkward because Hal doesn't strike me as that version. You know.
And Chris Pratt is Guy Gardner.
That would have been perfect. That would have been.
Oh God. Vanilla.
You're not lying.
It would have been there. Chris
lying.
Pine is Hal. Perfect. Ryan Reynolds is Kyle Rayner, and Chris Pratt is Guy Gardner.
That would have been perfect.
That's perfect right there.
Yeah.
That would have been that. You signed me up for that. We might have a better. You would have been better off.
You would have had a good Green Lantern Corps.
Deadpool would not have to go back in
today.
Yeah. Like Deadpool would not have to go back in time and shoot Ryan Reynolds in the head, and none of that would have to happen.
But then we wouldn't get that.
This is true too.
Whoever released that footage.
The fact that you can poke fun at yourself and get away with that is amazing in itself.
Good soul.
Shout out to whoever released that Deadpool footage.
Yes. Here's some other crazy picks. Joaquin Phoenix is Doctor Strange.
I didn't like it when I heard it the first time. I still don't like it. No.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It didn't vibe then. It didn't vibe now.
No. Who's choosing him as a just as a starter, as his origin story? Who's picking him as their neurosurgeon?
Yeah.
No, what is it?
Supposedly in negotiations with Marvel during the pre-production, but he ultimately decided not to take the role.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, we're good. We needed a British guy.
Yeah.
I feel like he could have done the creepy Dark Strange that he battled with the music notes in the movie.
Okay, yeah, that could have went.
That probably would have worked.
Or because Marvel different,
goes like different universe as a variant, see him as a different variant of Doctor Strange. I can see that.
Yeah.
If Marvel ever wants to do the dark and gritty reboots,
the Marvel Knights,
Oh, hey, there was some good Marvel Knights.
There really was some good Marvel Knights. There was some good ones. There really was some good Marvel Knight storyline. Vin Diesel almost played Hellboy.
No,
exactly.
No.
Wait, who?
Vin Diesel.
He almost played Hellboy.
Del Toro was able to cast Ron Perlman instead. Thank you, Del Toro.
Because I cannot imagine Vin Diesel.
All right, one more time. Who?
I can't imagine.
Y'all be talking and something stupid hits me in the ear, so I'm not really sure.
You're allergic to stupid. Your ears stop up.
Yeah, I just didn't quite catch that.
Now this one was all over, and I remember this, and people were just. I'm actually curious how this would have turned out. Jack Black was going to play Hal Jordan at one point. Yes.
For fun?
In his backyard.
I'd rather
it was supposed to be a full. It was a. Thank you.
Jack Black would make a great Booster Gold, but
Jack Black or Adam Sandler probably will make a great Booster Gold.
Yeah.
I do not know this Booster Gold, but I still say I don't.
Long story short, a superhero that just wants to be famous.
Yeah, he's from the 31st century.
Mm-hmm.
He's an athlete, but he's enamored with superheroes. He decides to go into the museum of superheroes and steal several gadgets.
Okay, I've heard of him.
And come back to the president.
I'm with it. Okay,
and like he's got like endorsements and all this stuff on him, and he's just like, I'm the hero of the 31st century, and literally they're like, well, we don't know who you are.
No.
However, Ted Kord, who plays the Blue Beetle, they tend to have a nice rapport, so they're kind of like teamed up. So it's kind of like one's the straight man and one's the comedy guy, because Ted Kord ran Kord Industries, and he was always like, he's the businessman, he's the straight man, he's the techie and everything else. But Booster Gold is like, hey, I'm gonna save the day, and you're stumbling, and then you're talking to your little floaty
Beetle buddy
Gizmo, and he's just like, well, if you do this, you might change this timeline. He's like, okay, so I need to do this, and he would fumble into his heroics, is what he would do. He would fumble into his heroics.
Guys, I got it. I got Booster Gold. I promise you. I don't like this person as a person. However, Logan Paul.
Shut your mouth. Oh my God, you said it, and now they're gonna give him something to do. You brought this into the world. No.
Why?
No.
Yes, it was. That's his name, Skeets. Oh my God.
Booster Gold and Skeets, yes.
Oh God, I can see Logan Paul as
no.
I can see it, and I wouldn't be surprised if
all this boasting he's been doing in this boxing, and it's like now he's wrestling.
Yeah, he's just continuing to try and remain relevant and famous.
You know what? This is a DC comic. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, y'all can do that. That's fine. Yeah.
But the actual Booster Gold comics are good. We're not trying to taint it with Logan Paul.
Are you? No, well, your counterpart is. He sure is.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. He makes a great point that an annoying superhero that is just trying to remain relevant. Exhibit A.
He is Booster Gold already.
Can I be a little mean?
Trade trash from trash. Don't do it.
Can I be a little mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I just lost his name. Little man, friend with Rock.
Kevin
Hart as Booster Gold.
Oh, if they want to make the fans mad, but it still fits.
Yeah, it still would fit. Although
it still fits. The MO, his demeanor still fits.
Yeah.
Stumble into your heroics. That's
No,
Pierce Brosnan almost played Batman.
That had to be.
What year?
That was at the time of Goldeneye, right?
89. Yeah. 89.
That was almost
Oh, he
evil.
was not taking my Mr. Keaton. No, he can't have Michael's part. No, no.
That was right after
That's Daddy Keaton.
89, so that's right after Batman Returns.
Oh no.
Yes.
Mhm.
Nah.
So, in this portion of the show, we are now going to go into some of our fan casts. Now, some pictures we got, some we don't. But we're going to start with DC. Now, here we have Lucas from MacGyver and X-Men Apocalypse as Barry Allen from The Flash. Lucas Till.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with this. And let me tell
I
you
can
why.
see it.
When this whole thing with Ezra Miller jumped off and people were saying they need to recast.
Mm-hmm.
Lucas Till was on the top of that list. The guy that plays Archie from Riverdale would have been Wally.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember who was supposed to play Iris. It was someone else that I think that was from Riverdale. But Lucas Till just seems to fit that mold of playing Barry Allen. I can see it.
He's got a good jaw.
I don't
He
know.
does. I mean,
He's got
his
the
character
one
didn't get a really. He didn't. His character as Havoc in the X-Men franchise didn't get a lot of attention.
That's Bryan Singer's fault.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Whether it was First Class or Apocalypse,
or Days of Future,
or Days of Future Past.
Future Past, yeah. No, I mean, he's got the right build. He's got the look. That's why I'm like, his one-liners are down that I'm used to hearing from Barry. So I'm like, when Ezra Miller was going through his issues, he was a perfect match, which unfortunately we'll never get to see.
Not till the summer, apparently.
Is a good substitute for Crime Wave.
I told you, Ezra Miller was a reverse Flash. He was literally saying, "You know what? Let me do both roles."
How could I go wrong? Let's start.
Well, he woke up.
I mean, that man woke up and said, "Hold my beer" every 5 minutes.
Right. Within a 2-week span, and then it just like let's see if I can top myself. I'm like, dude, what?
And then all the charges just disappeared.
Right.
That man is the reverse Flash.
For real. The apology tour begins. Now this person has already voiced this character. Fans have wanted him to play this character for the longest time. Nathan Fillion as Hal Jordan.
Yes.
He's voiced Hal Jordan on several occasions for DC animated films, and it just works. It's a vibe. Who hates Nathan Fillion? Nobody.
Other bad people. The same people that don't like Earth, Wind, and Fire. Just bad people.
Oh man.
He was always, I mean, I will forever be a Firefly fan, but still, that was a perfect casting. That would have still could have been a perfect casting. That Nathan Drake, if he was a little bit in his younger days, I still say he would have been perfect for Nathan Drake.
So if you really want to see him as Nathan Drake, there is a fan film on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Check it out. It's what we were looking for.
But we never will get it.
No. And it's like 20 minutes long. I mean, it's every bit Uncharted. It's like everything. And I'm like, it's not that hard. He's literally made it for you. Just extend it like another hour and a half.
Those are times you just want to look at Sony and Naughty Dog and go, really? Nobody in your creative room came up with this?
Whose ego is too big to just let this happen?
It's like, I mean, he's handing it to you.
Literally on the interwebs, it is free for you to see how easy this could be.
The man made a fan film to tell you this is what you can have.
But you gave us Tomb Raider.
Wait, and you spent at least triple what you would have spent on the dude that you had.
Yeah. And no shade to Tom Holland. It was just
he was too young.
I'm just a wee lad.
He's too young.
He was a wee lad.
He was a wee lad.
Sir, may I jump off this plane?
I just kept getting Spider-Man Spider-Man without powers and Uncharted. That's what I got.
Yeah, and no Aunt May.
Yeah,
no Aunt May, exactly. So that
and Mark
talk
Wahlberg.
About wasted opportunity. But yeah, I advise people that are listening or watching or haven't seen it, go check that out. It's really fun. It makes you want to go back and play the game again.
Yes,
it really does.
Probably one of Sony's Naughty Dog's better titles outside of The Last of Us.
Yes. So for Batman, we have John Hamm.
Hey,
Mr. Batman
himself. A good pick.
Yeah,
it's a good pick for an older version. Yeah, I like it. Also, I don't see anything wrong with this.
No,
if this, I mean, John Hamm has shown himself to be serious and funny. So I can, if anybody's watched The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, it's
Although no lie, I always saw John.
Love that show, man.
Although I can't lie, I always saw John Hamm as playing Two-Face. I also saw that too. Every time I look at him, I just get Two-Face vibes.
I see it.
I'm not opposed to that.
I'm saying James Gunn,
like straight up inspired by Batman the animated series Two-Face.
Yeah, just straight off of that would have been perfect. But James Gunn, if you're listening, he's available.
I'm so trusting this dude. I'm so trusting that guy right now because I'm like,
no, James Gunn, if you're listening, we are available.
That's
to let you know, because we know you're a fan, so we can work together. You see what I'm saying?
Let us have this. Just let us have this.
Like we'll all be sitting there looking through just looking through books and just like, yes, it was, yes, you get it, yes, okay. So we go ahead and shoot. We're shooting the scene now.
Right.
Here's the storyboard right here.
You have to love it. What's your references? Let me direct you to comic issues 71 through 84 for season 1.
It's gonna tell you to go and read this. You don't have to read that other one. You just read this main one right here because we're gonna do something a little different to kind of make it carry over.
Right.
That's what we're saying.
It's gonna be fine. Just trust it. It's gonna be fine.
You're gonna do great, baby. You're gonna do great.
You're gonna do great. We love you. We love you. The camera loves you. Just shoot it.
The camera loves you.
Just shoot it.
He's angry. Let's go with this.
He's angry. Right. So now this next person, it's been running around, and it's the reason why this show was created. This episode was created. It's been running around all week. He's done the voice twice already. He's done the voice of Red Hood. He's cosplayed as Red Hood. He's wanted to play Red Hood in live action, but he's done the voice of Batman twice already. Jensen Ackles.
He will work.
As Batman?
As Batman.
Well, as Batman, he can do it.
He's getting ready to do it a third time, actually. He did it for the Long Halloween parts 1 and 2. Yep. He's getting ready to do it for Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah. Although
and
he could
I still want him as Red Hood.
Yeah, Red Hood. Yeah, Batman. I'm not. It's. I don't. It don't fit for me. It don't fit. Red Hood is perfect, but Batman.
He's fulfilling both roles at the same time. I mean, he's getting a drink. I mean, you are getting because he can do Red Hood. I mean, under the Red Hood, he actually did voice Red Hood in that.
He killed it.
So I can see that, but
this is how bad. This is how bad. Not only he wanted to do Red Hood, but the fans wanted to do it.
Yeah,
he killed it as the voice. He turned around and cosplayed one year as Red Hood, and all I could say was, Titans, here you are. And then not only that same costume he had was in an episode of Supernatural as a set piece. He literally stood by it on purpose. Full suit on the mannequin. Full suit on the mannequin. Product placement.
It's like, see anything you like, guys? No?
Yeah.
Anybody?
It's almost I mean, it's just I mean, you just lean on the costume, just like, yeah, so hang on a second. Just there we go. So yeah.
It's like, oh, look, oh shit, it fits.
Yes. Let me see if I can find it because there it is. That didn't take long. I
was gonna say there's no way you're not gonna be able to find that in like 0.2 seconds.
That didn't take long.
No,
that didn't take long at all. But yeah, he's a great fit for this role. Why we never got it is beyond me. This is one of them things where you look at Warner Brothers and you say, "What are y'all doing? Like, do y'all pay attention to what y'all do?"
That must be some wonderful, wonderful pharmaceutical items we cannot say on the show that you're probably using right now.
Right.
Smokable, snortable, injectable.
Guys, I got it. Another Batman.
Here he is. It's a great look. I mean,
yeah, it is.
He's telling you, this is me.
And it could have been nice. It could have been perfect. I'm starting to sound like Homelander now. It could have been perfect. Down to the minute detail.
Right. It was the meme of 2022.
And then he played Soldier Boy on The Boys. That was
it's like that literally. So he's telling you, hey,
hello, knock.
Because I would have loved that season of Titans that had Red Hood on there. That squirrely voiced kid.
Oh God, like, with the pillow lips. I wanted him to tuck in that bottom lip so bad. I'm sorry. He was too pretty. He's too pretty. I'm like, I'm jealous of your pout as a woman of color. Baby.
It was crazy because without the helmet, he was just like when he put the helmet on, completely different guy.
Because it's not his voice.
Completely different guy. And I'm just like, but Jensen he's not even doing Supernatural anymore. You could have had him.
I think Kira won on that one. She said pillow lips, killer. Kira won on that one.
Them little pillow lips.
The pillow lips.
Even when he's not pouting, he's pouting.
So this next one, these two beautiful women, who else could just make Bats fold? These next three women could make any guy.
If Angela Bassett is one of these women,
of course it is.
No.
Oh,
no, the Angela Bassett count is at a max of 2.
Are you cheating on Angela? So
no,
far,
Angela could make any man fold. And before we get back to that,
let's talk more about Angela.
There's a so-called trend running around on TikTok, which I thought was the dumbest thing.
Lord,
that death trend they were doing, like they go to their parents and they say, like, whoever they said, why did Angela's son
of all the people
tell her that Michael B. Jordan passed away? And I said, we don't do that.
No.
We don't do that.
No.
We don't do that.
You've been living in Calabasas too long, baby. You need
this is how you know. This is how you know. This is how you know Ike showed up. That boy was on IG the next day, crying and apologizing, saying he should have never done it. I said, "See,
tears
that's a black
in
mama."
His eyes, nose was puffy.
That was a post whooping apology. All it was missing was a.
I didn't mean to do it. Jordan, I don't know if you will ever forgive me.
He apologized to Michael B. Jordan, his entire family, because he's one of my idols. I was like, what is...
You know what? I haven't seen a whooping that bad. Y'all guys remember that kid?
It was a quick turnaround, boy.
I'm trying to remember. Was there a kid that was flossing money, talking about, yeah, I'm out here getting money and all this stuff, and his grandma found out, and then he came back on there and gave the most rice cake warrior a PR apology ever heard? I want to apologize to my fans. I want to apologize to my supporters. I promise I will do better. And the grandma's in the background, and you can't see what's in her hands.
But you know
something's in her hands.
No.
And I'm just like, that gave me those vibes when I see Angela Bassett's son come on there. I'm like, you just got the Ike Turner of all whoopings.
He better.
And now your mom put you on.
And it was for so many reasons. And it was like, dude, after losing Chadwick, that's the game.
That's who you pick.
I can see Angela Bassett.
I will bet you $1 that boy has been to her house recently.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And you decide to pick his name out the hat?
Another Black Panther cast member.
Right. I'm like, do you know? I'm like, do you understand the fire you're getting ready to ignite by doing that?
All I know is you never saw Angela Bassett's husband. You know Angela Bassett's husband.
He was in the very back. He was in the very back when he said it. And he was like, "What?" You heard him say, "What?" But Angela was so quick. She was like, And then I guess that's when the phone dropped, because then the next day,
because they both whooped his ass. Let's be clear.
I think Angela Bassett's husband probably pulled her off of him.
Oh,
like,
yes,
okay,
the
boys had enough.
Yes,
the boys had enough.
Lit me.
You can't breathe. You can't breathe, babe. Wait a minute.
No,
like, she whooped his butt. Then Courtney whooped his butt because he met. Like, that was date night. They was headed out.
They
was date night.
That's probably eating dinner over date night, getting mad. Like, you know what? And he's still gonna take these New Year's Eve pictures. That's what he's still gonna do.
And you better hope she didn't break a nail while she was doing it either. Ooh.
That's reignite the fight.
He messed around, found out real quick. And then like they had those New Year's Day pictures up. Happy New Year's from
you better
have to just whooping some
all
child.
Kids smiling. I'm looking dead at him like, mm-hmm.
Could you just see Angela Bassett just when parents y'all be you talk to your child and you better smart to this girl. You better not.
Don't you even think about talking.
You can't get the word.
You turn white again. I will end your life. I love you so much.
I don't care what you do. I'm gonna do that again.
Just don't do it yourself.
Or they get she combines with the church pitch. That church nerve hole.
Yeah, that church pitch. You better. She kept him close too. Yeah, she's one of us.
He found out.
Found out real quick.
There's certain things you can't do.
I've been seeing that trend all week, and I'm like, who made this up? Do
Do
they not know since 2016 we have been getting dealt blows? Do they not know what's going on?
We don't joke about death.
No,
we don't joke about death. Death don't care who it gets.
And the ones I was seeing, I was like, when I seen his, I'm like, oh, you the first and the last, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
That ain't all you want to go for, my guy.
You know, there's a parent using him as a teaching tool. Now he messed up. That could be you. It just won't.
That's the belt swinging in the background.
So you better not let me catch you talking about nobody being dead in this house. I know you know better than that.
Right. In or outside.
That's catching a beat by association. You ain't nowhere in the vicinity.
Right.
I don't even know what he did. I didn't even see the video yet, Mom. I don't care.
Oh, yes, it is. Boy, come down here. Let me see that ticky-tock.
What's that? What is that? Twatter. What's the twatter? What you got? What you twatting over there?
The twatter.
I know you ain't on your twatter.
That thing with the birds. So these two women could give Bats a run for his money, and if it's Jensen Ackles playing Batman, these two sisters who are especially Bianca Lawson, Tati Gabrielle, who was just last seen in Uncharted. She was in Sabrina the Teenage Witch, playing Talia al Ghul. Yep, Kaleidoscope. Playing Talia al Ghul. I can see. I can see Bianca, the ageless wonder.
That is a vampire. I don't mind getting.
Give me a Bianca Lawson Catwoman.
I don't know. I'm still with Tati, man. Tati bring that heat.
She brings some heat, and I love the way the figure waves should be popping.
Man.
But
she could kind of do Catwoman a little bit too.
I can see it. Look, Sanaa Lathan is already doing the voice of Catwoman on Harley.
Yeah.
And she killed. Well, you want to talk about a Catwoman who is literally making Bruce putty in her hands,
right?
Right.
Hilarious.
And in other places,
he's one step away from being a cuck. It's like
that's almost killed Kira.
That's the almost. You almost want to sit there and be
I
like,
broke Pierre. I'm sorry, I broke Pierre.
Kira gonna be coughing on pop here in a minute. Hey, I can't say anything.
Pierre.
It's like,
although they looking at me like Chris broke Kara. I knew it. I can see Candy now, right now, calling me up. You broke her, didn't you? You broke it. God dog it.
Oh my God.
Christopher, why did you break the duty, girl?
You're not supposed to say those kinds of things. That's not supposed to come out your face. Oh my God.
Oh my God. But Will mention Catwoman.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
Janelle Monáe.
My lord.
Janelle Monáe.
Wait, this one here. This whole thing. This whole thing.
She can wear what she wearing right there too.
Ooh,
now,
baby. And less.
And I ain't saying that because she's fine, because she is, but she can
but...
act. She can perform.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's giving. Here's your flowers.
I like that.
I can see her doing this.
After Glass Onion, she killed it in Glass Onion. So I'm like,
I'm watching Glass Onion and I'm like, Daniel Craig, who? I'm right. No,
yeah, I'm not here for.
I need another movie with her character. That's what I need. I need more Helen. She was she killed that role. She killed that role.
The fact she was going in and out of that, she was going in and out of that accent. That's what I like. I was like, Lord, you can't hit me with a British accent and then go to an Alabama accent. Then I'm gonna be like,
I'm torn.
That's like giving me cheesecake and sweet potato pie at the same time. Why are you doing this to me?
Which one you like? I like both of them.
I like both.
I want both of them.
You ain't lying.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Bianca Lawson. That girl get me in trouble.
That's
like Jill Scott. That's a name I can't mention in this house.
Jill Scott and grits. That's all I got to say.
That's all right. That's twice. One last year and one this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Jill. There it is.
She knows my
role. She knows my heart.
Role
I think this next role can go to either one, and this is for Batwoman or Batgirl. Once again, Janelle Monáe, Janelle Monáe as Batwoman, Bianca Lawson as Batgirl.
Oh, as Cassandra?
Yeah, it's Cassandra's.
Yeah.
It's Cassandra
Okay.
Batgirl. Yeah.
Okay. No, I can see both.
Either way, but they give a vibe that it just works.
Yeah,
that masculine, feminine energy.
Yeah, and that just works. I can't even be mad at that.
Sorry,
we're gonna flip over to the Marvel side now. This sister kills it on the rig. Every time there's some kind of high-end event, she kills it. No matter what I don't know who her team is, but she kills it every time. This will be for the role of Jean Grey. There she is. Janelle can. She can do anything. Yes, she can do anything.
Yes, she can. Because I saw the back. Lord.
This one here will be Jean Grey. I can see.
I'm sorry. I'm shutting up.
I can see Zendaya as Jean Grey.
Mm-hmm.
There's different versions there. She's definitely got range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, she's already pulling off this MJ role, you know, so if she wasn't MJ in the first place, this will be absolutely 100% perfect.
Oh, she did the Uncanny X-Men Jean Grey. That would work.
Yeah.
Or she Dark Phoenix. That works too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen her lose her shit. Duff. I'm sorry. I have to. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Those dang New Yorkers.
I can't help it. That's like it's a sentence enhancer. It just makes it sound better. It means I mean what I say when I say it. What's the child's name?
Flavor.
Oh my god. I have not seen her lose her mind in the Jean Grey lose her mind kind of role.
Right.
Like she goes into her dark spaces on Euphoria. You know, you see her be kind of dark and broody in the first Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
But she's never gone like full nuts.
Not full mental snap.
Yeah.
And I think with her and just seeing her range, I wouldn't doubt that she could.
Oh,
yeah.
It would. I would be blown. I don't even know what she would do, and I know I'd be blown away.
Yeah.
We just.
Who would have thought that Casey Undercover would be where she is now? Like,
for real? For real? Her and her dreads. Make people cry.
That sister can pull it off.
Whatever happened to that?
He was a nice pick. Anya Taylor-Joy as Emma Frost.
Okay.
I can see this.
I like it.
Cool. I like her. She's what was it? What was the bad New Mutants movie?
Oh yeah,
New Mutants.
The New Mutants.
Oh yeah,
New Mutants.
Yeah.
She plays. She's Cyclops' sister, is what she is. But the fact that this is why I couldn't forgive those Fox franchise X-Men movies,
because they tried to do it. They tried to think they were better than Marvel, and they failed.
I was like, you technically were still Fox property. You can't say that this girl is. She can't mention her brother at all.
Nope. The lawyers on Fox. I was like, say it. Go ahead, say it.
You mentioned the X-Men, but you won't say that this guy is her brother. Like
crazy.
Not Cyclops though.
And then you gave her. I can't even think of his name right now. The dragon, but it belongs to Kitty Pryde. And
yeah. I know you're talking about.
So mad. I want to say like Warlock or Hemlock or
something like that.
I can't remember.
And I'm just like, you tried, but you didn't try.
Oh, Colossus' sister.
Yeah, Colossus. That's his magic. Yeah. Just it was bad. I'm just like, what did you do this for? All for nothing. But I can see her as Emma Frost. Yeah. Once again, another woman who I feel has a lot of range, because I've seen her in Splice, I've seen her in Split, I've seen her Splice and Split. I've seen her in it was a couple other things, but she seems to have this like range, you know, and I'm waiting for something like that for her to like really kick it over the edge. This young lady we last seen in The Woman King. And as a young Storm, yes, she is. Through so many babies,
she could do it.
Yeah,
and I can see her. She has such a beautiful smile.
Yeah,
and I can see her doing a younger Storm, whether it's the Mohawk or not.
Punk rock Storm.
And guess what? The skin tone's right.
You ain't lying.
And wait, added bonus, she's actually African.
There it is.
Actually African.
Not Kira jumping from behind the picture. So her
I thought Kira was about to pull it. Now you didn't hear that from me. I was like, I didn't hear it from me.
We have yet to see Storm done correctly in the live action arena, and it's disappointing. It's just disappointing.
Tell me about it, Chris. As a black woman in America, tell me how disappointing you might be in the iterations of Storm in film and TV.
I don't want to take that role.
30 years. Tell me.
But I'm gonna tell you from a fan's point of view. I'm like, this is wrong. All of this is wrong.
Angela's available.
Sorry, I apologize.
Well, Kira's skin is always flawless during.
Yeah.
It's my dermatologist. Don't tell anybody.
I'm sorry. I agree with you because every time I see Halle, it's like Halle Berry did a good Storm. No.
She was the only Storm.
That was like saying
he was the only Storm.
That's like saying you're the smartest kid in a special class. That's pretty much what
you're
saying.
That's smart.
Halle Berry being Storm is like being the smartest kid in a special class. You didn't have a lot of choices.
There bad writing, bad wigs, outfit not bad. I can say that, but just everything else just not vibe. It's just I'm like, this was the best.
This was the best.
Step up. So you didn't shop from the Tyler Perry section. You went to the bin.
You went to the clearance.
Is that what you did? Okay.
Not the clearance.
The Tyler Perry section.
The clearance is spirit.
You didn't hold an accent. Like there's a deleted scene where she has the accent, and I'm like, what was wrong with the accent?
She couldn't hold on to. She couldn't hold on to it.
She forgot.
Yeah, we need new.
There was so many other.
The young lady who played her in the Apocalypse film.
Oh, sorry.
You had a look. You had the Mohawk look,
but they didn't.
You even had the accent, but she didn't give
line.
No. And then it was just hard to take because once again, when I see Storm, I see Kira's skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
I see my wife's skin tone. I got Storm sitting on my wall, and I got a action figure over here now. I don't see, and it's not so much. I'm not trying to be in the colorism aisle of it, but it's just like, look, if you're gonna do it right.
Yeah.
I got no issue with that. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've said there and said, and Chris heard me say this. I said Angela Bassett. Every time you see her on Black Panther, I'm like,
that's supposed to be Storm.
It was there.
When you can see I make this argument a long time because everybody's like, well, Angela Bassett. I said, let me tell you something. Storm was supposed to be the kind of hero that walked into a room that commanded it without saying a word. Tell me every scene in Black Panther where Angela Bassett walked in and everybody was quiet.
Yeah. even the scene in Wakanda Forever where she just leans into Okoye. Mm-hmm. That whole scene. Now imagine, flip the character.
Yeah.
Flip the character and say, "Nah, this is Storm," and this is how she goes. She goes off. Like this is the minute. This is the minute where she goes off. Not about that particular situation, but she goes off.
Right.
Now you're in trouble. You
Storm clouds
warning you
up
before.
Right.
She was just warning you before. Now you weren't listening.
Literally, the atmosphere changes because you have made her so angry with you.
Exactly.
The atmosphere, the air is literally getting sucked out of the room because you done messed up now.
and to add that with that type of Ryan Coogler directing, the fact that you had the sound behind it with the Storm and the visual as she's sitting there getting to somebody's butt, that whole thing would have been like. And you have the nerve that he's like, you could just in Angela Bassett. I'm not gonna try to imitate her, but in Angela Bassett form, it's like imagine all that put together just because she found out Scott brought raisins to potato salad.
Black nerd problems. Shout out to Black nerd problems. Good night. I will not forget that. So I'm gonna shout them out real quick. Black nerd problems has a way. They make my day. I'm sorry. They make my day. Every time they put a clip, they put like their post up on IG, and it's always in the 90s X-Men cartoon, but it's always these iterations. Hilarious. Every last one. And when they use Storm for those clips, it's perfect. Even better. Because the way she was like, well, Gene, they didn't tell me, and it's always at Cyclops' expense. It's always at Cyclops' expense.
Or she has
like I think there's one where like the only one she trusts in the kitchen is Gambit because he can cook Creole. He can cook Creole.
I know you know seasonings.
Right. Veterans.
Wow. Oh my God, it's so much. It's so much. But yeah, they made her a punk. I was so mad at her characterization in those films. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
They played her down and they gave her some of the, and I don't blame her for the lines. They just gave her weak lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I didn't understand. I'm like, these lines are horrible.
Yeah.
Like, what happens to a frog when it's struck by lightning? The same as everything else.
I'm
like, that ain't even a clapback. What is that?
That was the worst. No, top 3 worst lines you could ever give to a superhero movie.
It is.
Because I'm like, that didn't make any sense.
I was waiting for something crazy.
Different, but
something, and I'm like,
the same thing that happens to everything else.
What's that scene in Blue Streak when Martin is talking to Dave Chappelle and he's like, yeah. He just like
always
like nothing. And so here's one. This goes around a lot. It's been going around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see either way of it being done. Blue Marvel being played by either Denzel, not Denzel, Denzel.
Mr. Washington. Yeah. Mr. Washington.
Or Will Smith.
I can't see Will Smith playing Blue Marvel.
No, thank you.
I can see Mr. Washington because you just see him. He because you think Blue Marvel one of the Ultimates, he commands a presence. So it just to see Denzel come on there with like my hair, except black on top and white on the sides. Could you just imagine him in regal form, just now
with that.
Yeah. I'm not
get your hands off me.
With the not the quiver lip.
Get your hands off. He every time, ever since the Soldier Story, get your hands off me. So now it's funny, everybody's I'm seeing it too. They're saying it, not Will. Not Will. Yeah,
no.
Not Will.
Can we forgive Will for that?
Even before the slap.
I'm like, I've seen people do worse. Can we forgive this brother for that, please?
I'm gonna tell you, Will will get his forgiveness. Will's gonna get his forgiveness because you know why? Because they'll still be invested in him to basically be Deadshot. They're still invested in him. So
something.
It's
funny I say that because there was a mock-up. There was a mock-up I found of Will Smith as Blue Marvel. It was a pretty good mock-up.
So he's basically Hancock with a cape.
Yeah,
no,
this ain't it. This ain't
it. Hancock. That is Hancock.
That's Hancock with a cape.
It's definitely. It's like I said. It's a mock-up. It's a mock-up. Not a bad mock-up.
It's not bad, but I can't take Will Smith seriously as one of the more powerful beings in the MCU. I can't.
No,
because
I'm still mad we didn't get a Hancock sequel. Let's just put that out there. I would have preferred that. Give me more of this. Please.
That was real talk. Hancock could have been its own superhero story without actually becoming one, if you think about it, because it's like. What this whole thing of y'all being paired in twos and who built you and that kind of thing. That could have been a series in itself, but but no, I can only see Denzel, but I can't. I'm trying to get the American gangster out of me when I see Denzel talking about Blue Marvel. I just see him walking to the scroll.
Just taking a empty sugar glass and just sitting it down there and put the money in there. Put the money in there. Put the money in the
He's him going to Dr. Doom. He said that the rent vary is 10%. It's like 10%.
My man Luke said, put the money in the jar. You owe him $200. You owe him 10% of that as well. Put it in the jar. God, I want to see that now.
You know what?
Luke and Blue Marvel go over to Latveria to get Luke's $200 back. I want to see that now.
That would be Luke. All this for $200? You goddamn.
Look here, sucker. Now,
my man, you see Dr. Doom, my man. It was $200. It's not the money.
Like Doom's accent leaves all of a sudden. He was like, "My man, it was only $200." I don't need all these people hearing me. I got to make it look like I'm threatening you right now.
I'm just saying. He go look here now. Look here. You owe the man $200. Just go on and pay him. But he couldn't wait. You came down in Reed's ship. Like I'm not supposed to know for $200.
Oh, here comes Richards. I was like, oh no, you're not Reed. No.
I can see if Marvel ran with that, make it a one shot. I'm happy with that. You can make it a one-shot special.
I miss those one-shots too. I miss their one-shots. I lived for Marvel one-shots. Those were so much fun.
Now we get whole TV shows.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Dan Slott has already put it on the record that She-Hulk was the most comic book accurate show out of the entire MCU, and it's true.
Yeah,
couldn't be further from the truth.
He's right.
I
mean, he would know he did it.
Yeah, he wrote it.
Yeah, he would know it, man.
So we're closing it out with this last hero, Marcus Scriber from Blackish as Cyclops.
Young Cyclops.
Young Cyclops.
Young Cyclops, maybe.
All right, wait. Okay, so just do this over his eyes.
I'm trying.
And you just do this. And you just do that.
Okay. So if that doesn't work, we'll call up. If that doesn't work, and he's already campaigning for it, we'll call up my man Hellspawn. Why not? He's already.
Oh.
Yeah. Why? Yeah,
wait, I'm sorry.
Calm down, Kira.
Calm down, Kira.
I made this error. I am so sorry. No. Give him the role.
Hellspawn would not. Hellspawn is Cyclops. That dude been Cyclops been lifting, so that would work.
Yeah, he said that this was young Cyclops, and this was Cyclops after a couple years at the X Mansion. So like
right,
couple after he graduated from Jackson State University.
Like you said, he been bench pressing in the danger room. Yeah, he been getting in his work.
Wait.
Oh man. So
wait.
Yeah. He said number 2 was a better choice for sure.
I'm sorry. G is not picking Wolverine. I'm sorry. There ain't no way.
No.
There ain't no way. No way. Man. I'm letting you know there's no way.
You passing that up for Wolverine.
You passed it up for Wolverine.
Nah.
Like, what do your tastes look like? I'm saying.
Nah.
Oh my god. So I'm gonna put some clips of this show, but for the post, when I put the post up, I want everybody who's watching the show or who's seen it, I'm respond with your favorite fan cast, not from our list, but give us your picks. Let us know what you think. See what they're talking about. It'd be nice to see some different blood. That's the thing that Marvel is trying to do now, is bring in some different blood. They're already in the multiverse. Some actors, I'm not sure how solid it is yet, but some actors are returning other than Hugh Jackman. They are returning to reprise their roles, but it's not in a long-term sense. It's more like Secret Wars type of thing. So, we're dealing with the multiverse right now. Like we're eons ahead of what DC is doing at this point. Just like
poor babies.
New 52.
Poor babies.
Someone's walking in James Gunn off. We can do New 52. He's like, New 52. We got to start over. What are you talking about?
Y'all got to start fresh.
Superman. Batman v Superman.
Oh, not
Crisis on Infinite Earths.
That's when
y'all missed them steps.
That's when you got to pull Pariah and wipe everything.
Can we get anything but an origin story for Batman and Superman? If y'all can get out of that vicious circle, that would be great.
Yes, I'd agree. I want a different hero to start all together, but I want somebody different. I'm a Batman fan.
This is a prime one, and he's already expressed major interest. He says, "I don't care if you put me as this character or as this character. I just want to be in a Marvel film."
Come here, Daddy. Oh, give him
Giancarlo Esposito.
Give it.
I can see him. I can see him as Magneto.
I will.
That is the only brother I would be intensely, not so much afraid, but very cautious being in the room with.
Them speeches gonna be fire.
Why? I don't understand.
So here's the thing. Giancarlo Esposito, his characters give this certain kick where you don't know if you're going to die or if he's giving you another chance to prove yourself. So it's one of those things where, like, his thugs grab you, they put the hood over your head, tie you up, throw you in the van, bring you to this place, got you bound to the chair, snatch the bag off your head.
That just sounds like a Red Room fantasy to me, but that's fine.
Ma'am.
And good night, everybody.
Right.
That's good night, everybody.
He does the whole fire speech
on purpose.
he does the whole speech. He does the walk. He's calm. And you're just like, it puts you at ease, but at the same time, you're like, am I still gonna die? And is this gonna be a horrible death? Or are they gonna like chloroform me and then make it easy? What is it gonna be?
Now that's the thing about it, though. That's why I was like, when you said of like epic speeches, I'm like, think about it. Breaking Bad, Far Cry 6.
Oh my god.
That was those speeches
the boys,
the boys, where he sat there and told Homeland, "You're not the Aztec. You're just simply a bad product." And it's like
not just that. He says, "I don't have the luxury of lashing out." I'm like,
yeah,
this dude's spitting. I'm sorry.
I don't have the luxury of lashing out like the lunatics of a wild man. No, that is a white man.
And I'm like, and yes, when he said that, I'm like, he's speaking to us.
Did he lie?
Yeah. The fact that this man used, and the thing about it is, this is how I know the British language should be used a lot more for impact, because everybody kept on saying that when he said it's a white man's fallacy, and it's like, dang, I gotta go back and look this up. What is fallacy? I gotta start using this.
Fallacy. I need to use this from now on.
I gotta say that in more sentences, and then from now on,
say it with your chest.
Yeah, but
wait,
can you imagine? I'm sorry. Well, go ahead.
No, I was about to say, what if instead of Magneto, we all know Charles is not like the cookie cutter clean dude that he's presented, especially like in the cartoon. Like he's got a lot of dirt and blood on his hands. Give us a flawed Charles Xavier.
Yeah, I see it. That's what and those were the two roles. He says, I don't care if you make me Professor X. I don't care if you make me Magneto. I just want to be in a Marvel movie. Those were his words on a stage.
But if you think about it from a physical standpoint, he can do both. Yes. I mean, he can pull off the iconic yellow chair. He can pull off the helmet. I'm sorry, as a person, the dark side, I have to see Magneto just because you can just see him just give the epic speeches. Like, you know, we as mutants
I want the speeches. I want the speech.
That's all I want. Can you imagine the speech he gives Magneto? We must.
That's how they're gonna.
If you're always trying to figure out how Magneto gets certain good mutants on his side, it's the speeches.
Yes,
he's spitting.
That's how they're going to write the screenplay. They're going to start with Magneto's speech and just build out from there.
That's it. Like, you know, and Xavier's like, how is he getting, like, one of the X-Men are like, how is he getting so many mutants? And Charles is like, it's the speeches. It's just the man Eric can command a crowd.
Eric has always been very charismatic, and you just see him.
What you gonna do? He's a vocalist. He can do it.
Just have the scene pan off as he sat there and says it, and you just see him walk in. Eric has always been very charismatic, and you just see him walk.
I can see him walking in the room. Hello, Charles. Hello, Eric. And he's just, the man is smooth. That's why if the dynamic was changed and it was him as the professor and Denzel as Magneto, or vice versa,
still hit.
I don't need the X-Men. I just want an hour and a half of them speaking each other down, like a debate.
It'd be a strong debate. Like, what y'all doing? I'm like, we can't leave because this debate is way too good right now.
Yeah, I know. Right. We don't know. It could be either. I'm on.
They make a chess game good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I got it. I figured it out. Giancarlo Esposito, Denzel Washington, face off. They get to play it one way, then they get to switch and do it the other way.
That would be the dream.
Eat it, Travolta and Cage.
That would be the dream Marvel would never give us.
Money.
No.
They would never
God, to see Giancarlo just say, "Get your hands off me,"
or just see
and
Denzel.
I guarantee you, he nail it.
Denzel just be sitting there saying,
like, I don't have that. I can see Denzel saying, "I don't have the luxury of lashing out. That is a white man's fallacy."
I mean, you know, you gotta put that. You know what, Homelander? You just like, why are you here?
Put the money in the jar. Put the money in the jar, Homelander. Put the money in the jar, Homelander. Oh, wait, I can see it. I can see it. TJ, she says, well, Spectrum Sanctorum says Lawrence Fishburne is Magneto.
Also another one.
Nice one.
I can say it's another one.
TJ says Meg the Stallion is Harley Quinn. I said, I don't know if they're ready for all of that in them shorts.
Good God Almighty.
Lord. I
love you, Meg. I love you, Meg.
I love Meg.
I'm back in
Crystal.
She did not have a lot of lines in She-Hulk, and I think that is for a reason.
I don't need that many lines.
So we're just going to say the body, yes, the voice acting not so much Liebchen. I'm so sorry.
I don't need lines. I don't need.
Look,
lines.
she had a business suit on. She had a business suit on, and she had a business look on in She-Hulk, and I'm just like. And this is why it's hard to hide your curves. Because if you got it, you got it.
If you got them, you got them. There ain't no tucking or flattening out nothing.
It's there.
Don't nobody talk about my pudding.
I died. I died just now. I died.
I can see that. I can see that.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Whoever's gonna be the Joker to her pudding is gonna have a hard time memorizing his lines. That's all I'm saying. He gonna be sitting there stuck.
Harley has a way of wearing certain things. See, now that animated movie when she snatches up Nightwing and ties him,
Like I said, they do that.
Then you get Dick. I've been trying to call you. Where have you been? Well,
right.
I was tied up, man.
So I was chasing Harley down and got tied up.
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch it?
I
was tied up.
Something.
all you just sitting there, just body, yada, yada, yada. I'm sorry.
That's it. It's Meg. What do you say?
Huh?
I would forgot my line.
Real talk for Meg. Please listen to your Black women. Seriously.
At least once a week. Could y'all, I mean, can we just start on a slow gradient? Like, y'all ain't got to listen every time, all the time, but could y'all at least start with like once a month, once a year?
Right. At least
that would be cool. Just to show some. Let me stop because I'll go off.
It's a whole tantrum. It's a whole tandem thing.
She got exonerated, especially when that call came out. I was like, you can't. I was like, I was sitting in the shade room with popcorn, like, okay, defend this.
You know that meme where
they do. Anyway, stop.
No, I'm
you
talking
know
about.
that. You know that little gif with
old boy admitted everything.
Yeah, he did. You know that gif with Spoken Reasons where he grabbed the thing of popcorn, and he just starts sitting back, and
that was me.
Just I'm like, back. I believed her before, but my guy.
It's like, bro, you sat there and did Jailhouse Confessions on recorded lines.
Like, how unintelligent do you have to be? You don't have to be that.
That's what happened when your edges fly off into the wind. That's what happens.
Because he's the same height sitting down as he is standing up.
I
will never forget that.
Here's
he
how
rapping beside Sway. He hop up off the chair. Boop, same height.
His daddy is bald as bald as I am. With a part. Boy. I don't understand the logic of that, but whatever, you know.
I'm trying to figure out his dad's speech at the end, like, bruh, your son is done. And you sitting there acting a fool in front of everybody.
He's like Jay-Z, and they mentioned Beyonce, and Beyonce is like, what did I do?
I wasn't even in the country, baby. What you talking about?
I blame Rock Nation. Jay-Z's like
the brunch?
It's like what I do.
The brunch.
What I do? You ain't Dane.
I was buying a painting. I don't even know what you talking about, my guy.
No.
That's always when that whole trend of rock because of Rock Nation. I can't do this. I was like, what did Jay-Z do to y'all?
I blame Rock Nation for the MTA.
Your son is as grown as he's going to get. Let's put it that way. And there is
I'm
nothing.
still trying to figure out how you pulled Meg the Stallion.
I blame Rock Nation for Ezra Miller. I blame Rock Nation for it taking 15 years for us to get Black Adam and it's still being mid.
I blame the writers.
I blame Rock Nation for our lack of reparations.
No, lack of reparations. Oh my goodness.
Sometimes
we are heading out of here, but like I said before, I'm gonna put up a post of our favorite fan cast. Feel free to feel free to respond with your favorite fan cast of your favorite heroes, no matter how crazy it sounds. Because let's face it, we got Nick Cage in a whole Superman outfit, so can't be too bad. Anything is possible. We do need Delroy Lindo in something. We do.
He can play. What was one of Lobo's enemies? I can't think of that one guy.
Oh,
I can't think of his name to save my life right now. It hit me as he said it that he could play. I'll have to find that. I cannot think of because he was a rogue bounty hunter, but he basically killed Lobo.
Oh, okay.
I cannot think of his name to save my life.
I'm gonna have to look him up too, because every time I see Delroy Lindo, he has the typical Black Daddy look. Like, have you lost your mind?
It's Etrigan? No. Vril Docs, Bloodhound, Blue, General Glory.
It might be General Glory, but I have to remember what he looks like.
Baby,
General Glory
do so much.
Delroy Lindo as Etrigan would have me in tears.
That would be a funny Etrigan. I'm not gonna lie. That would be.
I'm not gonna lie. That would be a funny Etrigan. Yeah, he is. He's an actor's actor. Yeah, it's something. But Delroy Lindo. I always, whenever I look at Crooklyn, I just like. I know what that's like. It's just good stuff. So before we get out of here, we're gonna do our little send off. We're gonna start with the lady of the crew.
Oh, hello.
Look at that first shot.
First. Hey, look, it's a new year, new me, new you. Hi, folks. My name is Kira Brown. I am the creator or whatever person that made up Roomful of Blerds, as you see here at the bottom right there. I am on Instagram as Roomful of Blerds, full word right there. I am on Twitter. If you take out the 2 O's in room, that's how you'll find me. I am also on Fanbase as Roomful of Blerds. I have an audio room that I hold every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also have a little podcast that I'm still trying to work out on called Child of Mandalore, where I go over the history of Mandalore from Star Wars, not just the person, but the actual planet and its history. And I'm working on a podcast that I need to talk to Chris about after the show. Okay.
Yes.
I have no idea what the new podcast is going to be about, but you will be entertained.
Ooh. She's part of this crew. Of course, she'll be entertained.
You'll be entertained. You're gonna be off. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh man.
If they do an apothecary endorsement, I'm gonna be laughing. You get an apothecary endorsement, I'm gonna call that. I'm just gonna
listen. Look, your lips to God's ears. I'll drink that one all day long. I'll get a whole kidney.
Saying this episode is brought to you by Apothecary Wine.
Is it
not Mad Dog 2020.
Not here in this house. We're elegant.
I'm Mad Dog 2020.
Pinky's out.
Pinky.
Oh crap! Oh, thanks, Garrett. I gotta do my intro. I gotta do it halfway laughing. Oh wow, that's gonna mess me up. Okay, hi everybody. Of course, you can find me on all socials, Blackbox447. I do have a couple podcasts of my own. I do have one called How the Fragment Got Here. It is a political and current events because you should always be informed about everything that's going on in the world. And trust me, there is a freaking lot that you need to be informed about. Also, I do have another podcast called Get Bit where we cover video games, we cover anime, we cover manga. Me and my partner Joe Tonello. You can find our show on Facebook or YouTube. And from there, I'm also a part of the Blerd's Eye crew. I usually cover wrestling just because wrestling is real. People are fake. Shout out to Mr. Kenny.
I love
shout out to Mr. Kenny. But I usually cover everything from WWE to AEW to New Japan. If it's wrestling, I cover it, give my reviews on it, and like to talk about you guys about that. But yeah, find me there, like and follow me. Don't be a creeper, and we all be cool.
Oh man, I love it. Will's like, I gotta come up with some lines for this stuff.
What am I supposed to do now? No, Will, you got this. You got this.
Wait on.
Shake it off. Shake it off, baby.
Damn it. All right.
It's me. Your boy will be watching. I am everywhere on socials at Mayhem Media. That's MAYEHEM Media. Definitely check me out on Instagram. I'm gonna have movie reviews, television reviews. Same thing on YouTube and TikTok. And since everybody has their own podcast, I'm launching my own podcast eventually. It's like in the next few days. So cross your fingers for me really hard.
Really hard?
It's gonna be, let's call it The Daily Show meets First Take.
All right.
If that sounds like something that you're interested in, that sounds like something that you definitely have to see. Tune in.
All right.
No skip.
No skip though. Right?
No skip. Hey, everybody.
Skill. Come on, skill.
Skip.
Skip. Go, skip. Come on now.
Go.
It's your boy. It's your boy up north. It's your man up north, the man on the wall, Chris Fury. You can find me here on IG, Blerd's Eye View, where you can find the link tree in the bio. It'll send you there. It'll send you to the Facebook page, Blerd's Eye View Podcast. And you can also follow us on Twitch, Blerd's Eye View 1. Have fun over there. Be sure to follow us on the YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe channel button and hit that notification bell where you can see shows like this, past episodes, and a couple reviews and some shorts along the way. You can also listen to us on the Opulence Radio app. Just go to opulenceradio.com. I want to thank you to our sponsor, Opulence Radio and Ultimate Wireless. Here we go. Ultimate Wireless as well. There they go at the bottom. And like we do with every show, I'm going to end this out with a bang. Happy New Year, everybody.
Hey.
Let's hope.
Happy New Year.
Let's hope.
Happy New Year indeed.
This is ridiculous how they started this one. But tune in Thursday. We got a special guest coming in. We're going to be talking about D&D. And yes, D&D. And the inclusion.
Chaotic evil.
Yes. Chaotic evil. This is right up me and Kira's alley, this chaotic evil thing. It's just you just don't know. But tune in for that. We're going to have our special guest coming through. He's going to be talking about the inclusion of people of color in the tabletop gaming community. You don't want to miss that one. That will be Thursday at 9 p.m. Same channels as always. But like I do with every show, I'm ending this one out. Remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. This is Chris Fury along with this. Here we go. I got it right the last time.
Yeah, you've been a white
beautiful crew. Oh man, we're out of here.